This is my Toro personal pace lawnmower, model 20332, with the 7.0 gross torque 190cc engine on it. I bought this last year about this time. It had been stored under a house and got quite a bit of mold on it. I'll have a link to that video to show you. And after running this a while, it actually wouldn't start anymore. I ended up having to take the carburetor part on it and cleaning it. Just had old gas in it, and something got in there that wasn't not quite clear after taking it apart, but it's been running fine ever since. But the self-propelled has never been quite right on this, and after using it to cut the grass yesterday, it's almost, I'm doing more pushing than it's doing self-propelling. This is, oddly enough, didn't have a decal on the front either. But generally it's not the belt on these that's the problem. You got a lot of adjustment here within this cable. This is the self-propelled cable that runs all the way down into the rear self-propelled, and you can see I've got a lot of slack in this cable. It's just gotten stretched, and when you activate this push down, that wall, you can see got quite a bit of stretch in here. That activates the self-propelled. So this is a really easy correction on here. It's the matter of loosening this bolt and pushing this cable down. You got enough adjustment in here to go for quite a while before you have to replace the cable. And of course it's going to give you more cable on the outside, but that should correct the problem here. Let me show you with my other personal pace how tight this cable should be. And this is my other Toro personal pace I would show you as an example of this cable on here. This is the one that I got from a customer return from our local hardware store called Home Depot here in this area, and it has a decal on it for some reason or other. This one never did, or didn't, or was taken off. But this is a fairly new lawnmower, it wasn't used. Not sure why they returned it, but you can see we got a lot more tightness in this cable, just enough slack in there to not stretch this when you activate it. So that's what it should look like, because this self-propel works fine. So I'll show you how we just need to simply loosen this bolt on that other Toro and pull this cable down, and that should correct the self-propelled on here. So we've got quite a bit of slack in here we're going to take out. So this is a 7/16 inch nut on here. Just need to loosen this nut, and then you can pull this cable down to tighten this tension. So let's adjust that and tighten this back, and that's about where you want it, pretty much like my other Toro personal pace. Got a little bit of slack in there because you don't want to stretch this. Let's tighten this back up, and you tighten this back up, and we're going to test it out. Still got a little slack in there just like my other one, so that should be about right. Now let's start this up and see how this is going to cut now. See how the self-propel will operate. You can see the cable now sticks out a little bit further, but there's a lot of adjustment in this self-propel cable here that they give you. So let's start this up and see if this self-propel now works much better, because the grass needs cutting, and today's the day I'm going to do it. There we go. That feels better. Yard. I think that corrects the problem. It feels good. So the ultimate test, I just tried this on a hill in my front yard, which is where I really noticed yesterday this personal pace was just not engaging the self-propelled, and it is definitely engaging now. So that is a very easy repair. to correct your self-propelled. It is not the belt, it's just that the cable needs to have some slack taken out of it, and you adjust that by just loosening this 7/8 inch bolt here and pulling this cable down. Be sure and leave a little slack in here because it needs to, you don't want to overstretch it, and that will correct your self-propelled on your personal pace. It also will work similar to a front wheel drive as well. Same kind of cable. Good to get this fixed.